Funding cancer research in Israel is extremely important. Israel has great minds and great ideas, excellent science. It's called the Startup Nation, and funding cancer research in Israel allows these ideas to transform into products that benefit everyone.
The cutting edge research that takes place in Israel for cancer and for science and for everything, it's just a culture of innovation.
And I think that gives kind of a culture and encourages scientists to think very differently and approach things in many different ways.
Supporting cancer research has a huge impact on expanding Israel's worldwide role and strengthening the biomedical research, so it's highly important.
It's no secret that Israel is a hotbed of innovation, and we've already seen some amazing successes. Breakthroughs are happening as a result of the money we've raised.
You always hear these stories about, when people say, you've got cancer. You get the diagnosis, everything stops, your life gets disrupted.
Unfortunately, cancer is a very prevalent part of my family's DNA. Most of my relatives have passed away from cancer, and I personally have already had a cancer diagnosis at age 32.
The biggest impact was probably the fact that I had two small children at home and trying to figure out how this was going to affect them, how it was going to affect me as a parent, and how to best get through it, trying to protect them as best as I could.
It's very impactful even if you're doing very well. It impacts the way you look at life, it impacts the way you take care of patients, and it impacts your relationship with your family.
Our research and this project in particular investigates a very aggressive form of brain cancer called glioblastoma multiforme, or GBM in short.
We aim to characterize the adverse effects of exposure to chemotherapy during pregnancy, and we want to characterize the short-term and the long-term effects.
My research at the Weizmann Institute focuses on learning how we can take stem cells and direct them to become organs in a very authentic way, so that we can use them for transplantation and replacement of tissues, whether it is in cancer patients or in any other type of diseases that you need cell replacement.
What we do in our lab is we look into a cell type which has been traditionally studied in context of allergy, asthma, and parasite infections. In these settings, this cell type is highly destructive. So one thing that we thought, if these cells can kill parasites, why wouldn't they be able to kill cancer cells?
I can say that all our cancer-related studies and discoveries were made possible thanks to ICRF funding. Without ICRF grants, me and my team would never have been able to achieve our scientific accomplishments.
The fact that ICRF has programs that support research over 5 or 7 years is something very critical, because it takes time to get these achievements done.
The ICRF was one of the first to recognize the impact of studying what is beyond cancer and not only cancer research. Thank you, ICRF.
Thank you, ICRF.
Thank you, ICRF.
Thank you, ICRF.
Thank you, ICRF.